they're connected and they're on. All through my childhood, I had problems with like ear infections and just, like a lot of sensitivity in my ears. But then like all of the events that I did as a kid, like, Midwestern kid stuff, like riding the four-wheelers and the dirt bikes and the go-karts and shooting guns and just making a ruckus all the time. But definitely the gun shooting I remember most as like a child, my ears feeling really sensitive to it all the time. So like to the point where like I didn't want to shoot them, not because I was like afraid of like shooting the guns, but just because like the sound was so loud that like it felt like it was just like, crushing my ears. So that was kind of what I think a really big contributing factor to my hearing loss was like, okay, the guns happened, the ear infections happened, but then I started playing the drums, and that was when my ears really, really got bad.
The first time I ever met Bailey, he like rolled up on this little penny board, and I thought he was so obnoxious. Everything that we do and interact with, it was just like these constant like, huh, what? And I truly like 100% thought like he's just messing with me or something. Like, what is his deal? Like, and then once I found out that he had hearing loss, I was so like taken aback.
Noticed my hearing loss like in a big way, I'd say probably in like mid-high school, probably when I was about like 15 or 16. Like, my hearing didn't ever really strike me as like a big issue. It was just kind of like something that was just like, like whatever, like maybe most people don't hear as much as I do. But I knew that I was struggling a little bit to hear. So I went to the audiologist and did the hearing test where they go and check all of your frequencies and all that stuff. I got my results back, and the audiologist was just like kind of shocked. I'm like 60% hearing in both ears. Like I don't hear a whole lot of anything.
Didn't hear that question or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like there's times where like I'll see you all like sitting like a little further away. Like if I'm over here like cutting stuff up, and like I'll see you all talking, and I know that you guys are always trying to include me in conversations, but I just go ahead and assume that I'm not going to be able to participate, so I check out.
And like I feel that, and then I do also feel whenever you re-engage, like whenever you're like, all right, because you'll like say something to be like, I'm back in.
Right, like I'm here to participate now.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting.
I've just grown accustomed to the way we have to communicate. And even after 7 years, I still am not in like a perfect practice of it. Like I'll still call something out from another room and, not speak to him facing him. Like it takes practice. It's a totally different way of communicating.
I definitely remember hearing aids from like back when I was a kid being like these massive, just beige, clunky machines. Like, and somebody had hearing aids, like if you didn't hear them, you didn't hear their hearing aids, you could absolutely see them. And they were like, yeah, like a set of hearing aids is gonna cost you like $7,000. And so for me, immediately, it was just like, full stop, I'm not getting hearing aids. I was like, I'm paying for my college. My mom's a single mom, has 3 kids that she's also trying to pay for everybody's school and, take care of like, our essential needs, and then also take care of herself. Like the expectation that she or I was going to cough up like $7,000 for this, for something that I've seemingly like managed for a very long time. This was just like absolutely not going to happen. And so I went from my late teens, 19/20, to now, just in the recent couple of years, with no hearing aid, no fix, nothing.
That's why it was so great when he did get hearing aids and got to finally experience that and, put those on for the first time and kind of see what, that change in him is really unique. And I was just always really glad that he then had that option to be able to tune in and really get to experience, the full hearing scope of his world.
I remember the first time that he had them on, and all of a sudden it's like a light switch went off, and sounds that he didn't realize he was missing all of a sudden became in focus.
Knowing that this exists is actually kind of like, it impacts me in a really positive way. It makes me really happy. For me, one, knowing that like I have access to like a hearing aid that I can adjust myself. I don't have to get out of the house. I don't have to waste a bunch of time. Had those been available to me at the price that these are offered, like I would have absolutely gotten them, like, immediately. It would have been such a huge boost to my education experience in college and high school, and all the people I've interacted with in that 8 years of my life would probably feel a little more heard, I guess, from me.